Ladies and gentlemen, we are back again. What's this, 2 weeks in a row, Rest Pass?
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's your boys, April Word Podcast, with Rest Pass and Walton.
Oh my God, it sounds so weird.
It does, and I should have probably listened to the old episodes to see how I actually did these intros before, because I completely forget at this point. So do you remember how I did
the fact that Peach was gone.
Oh, well, yeah, it is so weird.
I expected you to just continue to do Recipe as Peach and Walt every week.
Nah, it's us too. We're in the photo now of the contest, which we'll discuss in a minute.
Yes.
But how are you doing today? My manners always come first, as you know.
I am fantastic, Walt.
I'm glad we were both prepared. We, set a timeline last week that, hey, we're going to record exactly at 4:49 on a Wednesday afternoon, and we stuck to it. That is commitment right there.
I'm just happy I texted you this morning, because if not, we probably weren't recording until Saturday night.
Or next week. or like hit midway through the final. So
yeah.
This is, I guess, our G1 Climax special.
Yeah.
I'm just excited to say Climax.
It's going to be so hard for me to not call it a G1 Classic.
It really is. It's going to be
I don't know
fun.
how many times I said it last week, but I found myself saying it multiple times while talking about this to other people. So.
I know I remember correcting you, but I don't know how many times you said it. So, first off, I'll just give a quick warning. My audio might sound a little bit wonky this week just because I'm recording in my kitchen instead of my office. Because, one, Mom's on vacation, so house to myself. Here we go. And then number two.
Full disclosure for people who don't know, it's his house that his mom lives at, not the other way around.
Yeah, but it's not funny that way. So, and then the other reason too is, and probably the main reason is, I can't record with the air conditioning on in my office because it's too loud. So I just want the air downstairs.
Yeah, I just don't have air on because I'm a real man.
Yeah, well, I'm not.
I'll be sweating within 10 minutes of this.
Well, you're going to be sweating anyway because we're going to give our predictions during this. So we're discussing the G1, which I am personally very excited about this year because I think this is probably the first real year I have opinions on a lot of the wrestlers that are going into the G1. So I'm very excited to watch it. I do plan on kind of trying to watch all the matches, all of the singles matches at least, not
the whole show,
not the tag team. So just to give everyone kind of an idea, for any of our casual listeners like Fico, shout out, holler at your boy. A year ago, the same time he was over my house recording, I think our XFL episode.
Yeah.
But what was I going to say? Oh, the G1. Basically, it's New Japan's premier tournament. It's a round-robin tournament with all their heavyweights. So New Japan is very known for their tournaments. They have the G1, Best of the Super Juniors. I think they do a tag team tournament as well. I just forget what it's called. But they do a lot of these, and the G1 is the main one. And this is where you're probably going to get a majority of your matches of the year. Like I said, it's a round-robin tournament. There are 2 blocks of... How many wrestlers is it per block?
10 each.
10 wrestlers each, and they will wrestle each other in a point system. Whoever has the most points at the end of when the tournament's over will face the A block, and the B block winner will face off, and whoever wins that match is determined the winner of the G1. And I forget what year they did it. It's only somewhat recently. Whoever wins the G1 gets the main event title shot match at Wrestle Kingdom in January. I think it's like January 4th or 7th. I want to say the 4th is when Wrestle Kingdom is. But it's a great tournament. It has all their major stars. What really, I've always heard of it, but really turned me on to the G1 was the year Omega won. And it wasn't that of him winning the tournament is not what turned me on. It was the main event match with Okada and looking into, okay, how did he get there? And what are you laughing at?
I'm sorry. You keep saying turn me on instead of turn me on to it. And
it did turn me on. Have you seen that match? Have you seen that match? It's incredible. But then the year after I followed, I think it was Omega and Naito at the end. Naito ended up winning. Last year was Tanahashi and Ibushi for the G1. And this year, I think it's a really stacked tournament, I think.
Yeah.
And there's a lot up in the air on who could actually win it, what's going to happen during this tournament. So I'll let you kind of, since I gave my opinions on it, I'll let you kind of talk about it for a minute or two while my food in the oven is almost done eating.
Well,
and to say we're not professional.
Yeah. I kind of agree with you, and like I'm excited for it, but you've at least kind of paid attention to it in past years, and me being the
wait, are you the new filthy casual?
The WWE whore that I am.
Yeah, you dirty slut, you.
I've never really paid much, not full attention. I mean, I loved when we did the Okada Omega episode. It was great. Being able to go back and watch those matches was awesome. And I try to pay attention somewhat when I can.
Yeah,
Funny
it's hard.
Thing is,
it's
it
hard
should
to
be good. It should be easy for me. I'm the one that works overnight.
I know.
Like, I'm the one that should be watching this stuff. But I don't ever watch anything on time. That's my problem. I watched half of Fyter Fest 3 days later.
I haven't even watched it yet.
Nah. But I'm very excited for it. One very noticeable thing, to me anyway, being the filthy casual that I am, the A block looks a little bit more stacked.
Oh,
than the
yeah,
B block.
hands down.
I mean, I love Jay White. Juice Robinson's awesome, and Naito and Ishii are they're two names that I always hear, when it comes from them, that like good matches and stuff. But you look down the A block, and my God, I mean, I don't see Moxley in the finals, and I know we're going to get into kind of a lot of this stuff. I don't see it, but if there was ever a way to like put him there, that side is set up for like him or Jay White to just kind of take it, from looking at it.
Did you hear the reason why Moxley's in the B block?
Because the deal they made with New Japan was that he couldn't wrestle in America or something like that.
Yeah,
right?
so the G1 this year is kind of unique in the fact that it is it's starting in America. So on Saturday the 6th, God, I hope I have this episode edited and up before then.
You better. That's the only reason why I'm recording right now. By the way, full disclosure for people, Saturday the 6th at 5 p.m. is when this starts. We are recording right now at 5 p.m. Eastern at 4:56 Eastern Time on Wednesday.
The 3rd.
So, yes, the 3rd. So, Walton's got a whole 3 full days to edit this. So, carry on.
It's a very complicating editing process that I put myself through. No, but what was I going to say? So the initial tournament begins in Dallas this year, American Airlines Center, where we saw the Raw after WrestleMania. And for Jared Culver, didn't we go to a Dallas Stars game? I know he's not going to listen to this.
I'm pretty sure, we're the real Dallas Star fans. I mean, I wouldn't
more
call
games
myself
in person,
one.
I think.
Yeah, but I mean, it's easy to go when you live in Philadelphia when Dallas comes to play the Flyers. But it's not easy going to Dallas to go see the Dallas Stars play.
And the best part is, and this is legitimate, we got there early to go to the game.
We did.
We actually made that decision to just be like, we're going to be here. What's the cost to stay an extra day or two?
Yeah, and for those of you that might not understand it, we flew out a day early to go to the game. Not we got to the stadium early to go to the game.
Yes, so, we're dumb, not that dumb. It's there, and the deal Moxley has with AEW apparently doesn't let him perform in America on TV shows that aren't AEW. So the New Japan show wouldn't have worked. So he had to be in the B block with how New Japan does the tournament.
Right.
So that's the main reason why. Whoop, my food's done. So,
which I think deals like that, and I know not to get too off of the G1, but since we are talking about Moxley, I know we kind of referenced what AEW would be doing as far as signing their wrestlers and stuff. Yeah. I don't think that's a bad enough deal. You're basically saying, hey, you can go wrestle in America, just not on TV.
Yeah, no, I completely I remember there was a big it's like, oh, AEW's taken away. It's like, no, they're letting him wrestle elsewhere. They just want some exclusive rights to him.
Yeah,
which is reasonable.
And I'm just as excited to go see him for like a live event for somebody, locally, than I am for being a TV taping. Half the time when I go to see ROH and stuff like that, I don't even know that I don't know what kind of taping it is. At House of Hardcore, I think they just put them on DVDs, right?
Nah, they're on Twitch now, I think.
Yeah. Well, way back when we first went, I think they only had DVDs, right?
Yeah. So that's the funny thing with Moxley. But yeah, so how you want to structure this episode? You want to go over the competitors first, and then maybe some matches we're looking forward to? I think that might be the cleanest way to go, because I don't want to go over a match for match scenario, because so actually real fast, while I get my food ready, why don't you discuss the contest we have out there for our lucky listeners?
Okay. Well, for those of you that have not seen it, and I will be posting this constantly because we have a few days to get it out there, we are running a G1 Climax, not Classic, 29 prediction contest. Essentially, you are going to predict every winner of every match. So that's 91 matches, including the finals. For every match you get correct, for every winner, you get 2 points, just like the Climax tournament. Every time you win a match, it's 2 points. For every draw, which me and Walton have discussed this, and he wanted to be able to predict draws, but they don't happen that often.
They still happen.
You get 1 point. You get 1 point. So essentially, if a draw happens at the tournament, I think was 180 without counting the finals. 180 is the most points you can get. So in reality, 179 would be the most points if there's a draw.
And let's be real, I'm probably going to get 182.
Yeah. Well, that's impossible, but I guess it technically is. But for each block winner, so technically what you could do is you can pick Okada to win every match and then not pick him to win the block if you're trying to play both sides.
I'll play both sides.
But you pick the block winners. If you get that right, it's 5 points for each block winner. And then it's a bonus 10 points for choosing the finals winner. So you would have to pick... You can't pick the A block winner to win the finals, and whoever the A block winner is wins if you didn't pick the correct A block winner. So you're either getting 15 points or 0 points in reality. But the fun thing about that is it's not just a contest. It is a giveaway for the winner.
We have prizes.
We have a prize.
I thought we had 2 prizes.
I was going to do it both for this contest.
Okay, no, that's fine. So we do have prizes.
We have prizes, just one prize for this.
You'll have to listen to further episodes if we ever record them to find out what those other prizes are.
Yeah, and we'll see how many people sign up for this. Maybe we'll think of some type of second place kind of, fun little thing, like pick a topic for future episode. Yeah, right now we're at 2. So thank you for the 2 people that put the time out for it. Oh, by the way, there is a tiebreaker because I assume the likelihood of people getting the same amount of points is high the more people there are. The tiebreaker, which Walton found to be very fun, is the total combined hours, minutes, and seconds for the whole tournament, and that includes the final. So last year, for example, was a combined 21 hours, 50 minutes, and 54 seconds. And I did use Wikipedia, and I did count that all myself. So if anybody wants to challenge that amount,
find something else better to do with your time.
Yeah, blame Wikipedia. Yeah. But before we get on to whatever we're doing next, I do want to actually make sure I say this correctly. The prize, which fits 100% with what the contest is. I mean, there's nothing that probably fits more with New Japan Pro Wrestling than a John Cena plaque. I mean, they go hand in hand. But it's a where's the name of it here? It's from WWE 2K18. It's a John Cena autograph and a ring canvas plaque. I'm pretty sure it came with their what do they call them? The special edition. It
was the collector's edition or the legendary edition.
There you go. So it's the collector's edition from WWE 2K18. We got a nice. It's a canvas from the 2017 Royal Rumble, I believe it says on there. So
wait, was that the one we were at?
I was wondering that
No,
when I read it. I was wondering.
Did we look it up?
No.
You continue talking. I'll look it up.
I didn't even know it was from the Royal Rumble until I took the picture to post it. But I'll be reposting this over and over again. So for the couple people that actually hear it on here, fill it out. We're gonna ship it to wherever you are. We just need your name and your email. If you win, we'll be contacting you to find out where to send it. But we'll send it wherever. There's no shipping and handling fees. Winner takes all.
It was the one in San Antonio, the Alamo Dome.
Okay, was that the year after? It was Reigns 16?
I think so. Because I was like, Cena wasn't even in the Royal Rumble when we were there.
Well, I don't even think he was in the Royal Rumble in this one either.
Yeah, I think it was.
The picture they have, he's holding the title.
Oh, that was that was his and Styles matches. Never mind. That's where he won the 16-time. That's where he became a 16-time champion.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I was going to say I don't think just because it's the Royal Rumble canvas means he had to actually wrestle in the Rumble. But yeah, well, you just keep making stuff up while you're eating. It's all right.
Hey, listen, it's leftover Burnsies.
Oh my God! Yeah. Why'd we even start recording?
Well, because I don't have time. So we actually have a contest with a prize.
Yeah, and we would like to get the submissions in by Saturday at 5 p.m. So if you submit a little bit after, we'll probably give it a little bit of leeway. The more people, the better. I'm sure the 2 people that filled out right now don't feel that way, because, I mean, you're getting a giveaway in a 2-person contest. You feel pretty good about your odds. But now I'm sure. Well, we already know I already know that we have more people filling stuff out. So, yeah, it's exciting. We'll see how this goes. See if it's worth continuing to do stuff like this in the past.
Yeah, in the past. Yeah,
I
agree. We should. I don't think we should do any more stuff like this in the past.
See what happens when PG's not here.
Yeah, someone has to pick up his slack.
Yeah.
All right.
So and I slept today. That's the worst part. I'm not even tired.
Rest pass. We'll do this on the fly, and here's what we'll do. So, the first set of matches, the first A block matches, are on Saturday, July 6th. This Saturday. The next matches are not until Saturday, July 13th.
Right.
We'll close registration after. We'll close registration on like Saturday.
Let's not make any. We will move it depending on how many submissions there are, because I don't want to mess up that first block, because then at that point you essentially can pick the winners.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
I was giving people a couple freebies.
Well, we'll see. And I will say this: if we end up moving the submission date, we'll kind of give everybody points for that first one. So we'll hold it to that. We'll see how many submissions get out there, and if we feel like we need that whole other week up until the second day, it's like you said, the very second day of it is a whole week later. If we feel like we need more time to get submissions in, we'll kind of just give everybody points for that beginning.
Yep.
But we'll see, and we'll
we're
announce
like the
it when it
substitute
happens.
teacher. We're like that fun substitute teacher where you got to take a test. Yeah. Well, we'll hook you up with some points for playing along.
And if you submit it and you got them all right, we'll figure something out.
Yes.
in a sense, if you submit it beforehand and got them all right and everybody else gets them right, that's a little unfair in itself. So we'll figure it out. We'll see. But I still hold out hope that people are sitting at home studying. They've seen it, and they're studying and taking their time. So we'll see.
You can respect that. So let's jump right in. So let's talk about the A block. So the A block participants. Let me just pull this up. So we have. I'll just go down in order, and then we can start discussing matchups. Lance Archer, Evil, Bad Luck Fale, Kota Ibushi, the returning Kenta. I think this is his first match back too. Like the G1 will be his first match.
Right.
Okada, Ospreay, Zack Sabre Jr., Sonata, and Tanahashi. stacked ass block.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite of the bunch? Not to win, just your favorite wrestler of that batch.
My favorite wrestler out of the batch. I'd go Okada. It's hard for me to not love him after everything we did with watching the Omega Okada matches. But yeah, I Okada by far. The funny thing is, I think some of my favorites are more in the B block, as much as I shit on the B block. As far as my favorite wrestlers, Okada would have to be it in this.
I think I'm torn between Kenta or Ospreay or Sabre Jr. I like Sabre Jr. Good technical wrestler.
It's funny. I if you would have asked me what was your favorites, that would have been my three. I wouldn't have known which one, but I was going to guess all three of them.
What can I say? I'm pretty predictable.
You are.
So yeah, that's a pretty stacked block. You have your heavyweight champion in Okada. Is Ospreay the junior heavyweight champion?
Well, you keep talking and I'll let you know.
Okay, then I think Sabre Jr.'s like your Rev Pro or like a Rev Pro champion. I forget who else. But I know most of your champions are in this A block.
Ospreay's the junior heavyweight.
Ospreay, okay. Do you got what's Sabre Jr.? Is he Rev Pro still? Or the UK champion?
I'm not seeing him on here, but I'm not seeing those championships on here. From New Japan, anyway.
Oh. Look up, Ospreay. Not Ospreay, Sabre.
Just look him up.
Yeah, just see if he has a title associated with him. This is weird. I'm trying to talk but not eat into the mic.
I was going to say, you're the one that's supposed to be talking while I look this up. And
listen, this is a team effort. So, as you can tell, we're both fully versed in all of our champions. So,
yeah.
I'll quickly go. So the day one, let's just talk about that real fast. I'm not going through all the matches, but they have a stacked card for that first day.
Well, probably one of my favorite matches for the whole card is going to happen on the first day.
Okada Tanahashi?
Yeah. They wrestled to a draw last year. So to start it off, to have the very first day with them, again, this whole block is stacked, but to start it off with that matchup is it's pretty awesome.
Listen, coming into America, they're trying to get the American audience. You had to come out swinging big.
Yeah.
The only way they could have made this bigger was if they put Moxley in the A block somehow and had him wrestle, because that would have probably been like Okada Moxley or something like that as your main event.
Right.
But yeah, and then you got Ibushi and Kenta, which I'm personally excited for. Just I feel bad for Ibushi's neck because he's gonna fucking destroy it again like he always does. Did you see him and Naito at I forget, might have been Dominion.
No.
Oh my god, it was Naito, I think he did like a reverse suplex onto the ring apron. Did some good apron work. Except it wasn't great because it looked like he slammed Ibushi's neck and it broke.
Ah, shit.
Like, it was bad. Like, people were giving them shit over it because they were calling New Japan reckless or whatever. It was real bad. Like cringeworthy. So I think Okada Tanahashi is a match you're looking forward to. I'm probably looking forward most to Ospreay and Kenta or Ospreay and Ibushi. Okay. I don't know which one. I like Kenta. I got into him more in WWE as whatever the hell his name was there. But then to also find out, for those that are CM Punk fans, this is the guy that CM Punk stole the move from his GTS.
Yeah.
But Kenta does it so much better, and it's just a small thing. You know the small, subtle difference between him and Punk's GTS?
No.
Kenta, I believe, it looks like he brings his knee back a little bit and really slams it into your face when he brings you down. It's just usually when Punk does it, he kind of sits and slams you down and just kind of lands you on his knee.
Right.
Kenta, it seems like when he does it, he pulls his knee back and just slams it directly in your face. But those are pretty good matches. So I mean, picking the winner of here is always hard because you have your champion in here.
Yeah.
So like, I don't think the champion has ever won the G1 before. So
at least when they've had like the winner wins a championship match.
Yeah, the title shot on the line.
Yeah. Before we get too full into that, I was just looking over the cards real quick. The 10th, August 10th, looks like it's going to be. You got Okada Ibushi, Tanahashi Ospreay, and Kenta Sabre Jr. all on the same card. Which, I know that it's a stacked card, but they kind of mix around Sonata, Evil, Archer, and how do you say his name? Bad Luck Fale?
Bad Luck Fale, yeah. The original Bullet Club.
So
member.
to have all three of them matches on the same card, which I'm pretty sure that is the last A block. Yeah, it is the last A block card. I mean, those matches itself, and then also I think the match before it, the set of matches before it, you get, I don't know, it's a couple before it. You got Ibushi Tanahashi, which is a
rematch of
rematch from last year's final. So I mean, I'm just reiterating how much better the A block is than the B block as far as New Japan talent.
Yeah, main name talent. Like
Yeah.
B block, I like B block a lot, but we'll talk about that in a minute. So, are there any other matches you're looking forward to? So we're getting your first one right out of the bat with Okada Tanahashi.
Like I said, the rematch between Tanahashi and Ibushi, and that whole card looks good. That last one, I'm interested in. Sabre Jr., Kenta, Okada, Ibushi, Tanahashi, Ospreay. I mean that's probably out of any of them. And I said some of my favorites on the B block. Out of any of them, this is probably going to be the card that I'll be most excited to watch. When we both agreed we'll try our hardest to watch every single one of these matches. This is probably the card I'm going to be most looking forward to because these three matches look pretty awesome.
Side note, and completely unrelated to New Japan or wrestling at all, apparently the Sixers are front runners to bring back Kyle Korver. Just read that.
I did see he got traded to the Suns today.
Oh, did he?
I assumed he was going to get cut. Yeah.
Okay.
I assumed because Andre Iguodala is probably going to get cut too. We just bring the whole band back.
Oh, get them back together, man.
Iguodala got traded to Memphis. I'm sure they'll cut him. And we lost Boban.
Yes, we did lose Boban. The
and
best
TJ
friends.
McConnell.
Well, I was upset about McDonald.
The Great White Hope.
Yeah.
We have no backup point guard, Walt.
All right, back to wrestling because I can talk more about wrestling than basketball. So, like, I'm assuming, like, I don't know who's going to be the low man on the totem pole of this block. Like, I'm guessing Lance Archer. I don't know a whole lot about him. Like, I know he was in WWE, I think, for a little bit.
Whoa, you don't know Lance Archer? Wasn't he was who's his face's partner for years?
Who?
It was him. Was it him and
Davey
Boy Smith?
Yeah, they were. Yeah, I forget what they're. Yeah,
you don't know enough about him.
Yeah, I don't know enough about him to.
Well, Davey Boy left, right? So
yeah.
I'm sure that has a little bit to do why he's here.
Yeah, doing it as like a singles run now.
Well, Bad Luck Fale was last in the A block last year.
Yeah,
actually, him and Hangman Page, a bunch of people tied for last year. Yoshihashi, Michael Elgin, Toji Makabe. I hope I said that close to right. Hangman Page and Bad Luck Fale were all in last. It looks like, I mean, from looking at it, okay, never mind. The year before, there's two people with two. But it looks like they try to distribute it a little bit where you're getting people at the bottom. And I think we can both agree that in some way, shape, or form, that bottom is going to be Evil, Sonata, Archer, Bad Luck Fale. In some way, shape, or form, they'll be in the bottom in some combination.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to respond more. And
it's so tough. See me eating.
It's so tough because we're on Skype with each other, so I can see him while we're recording. And he's saying yeah, and then suddenly you just see food in his mouth. Like I'm waiting for him to continue that, and it's not happening.
That thought. Yeah. So no. Yeah, I don't see Evil winning. I don't see Sonata winning it. And especially like I don't see like Tanahashi bringing up the rear or something like that happening. To where I don't know. Who do you got winning A block? Who do you think's going to win A block? We'll jump right into that because we spent about 15, 20 minutes already on it. So
I'm going to go Tanahashi. And my reasoning for it is because, and I don't know that I'm going to have him win the whole thing, but I might. I'm purely going off of they haven't had a back-to-back winner since
Nakamura. No.
2004, 2003. It was Hiroshi Tensen.
Okay.
Won it twice. And he actually won it 3 out of 4 years. He won it in 2006, too. But, they haven't...
And I think that was all before they introduced the...
the amount of wrestlers they have?
No, the title shot.
Oh, okay.
I think the title shot is only like 7 years old or something like that.
And they probably had less wrestlers in it too, because I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, they only had 12 in 2003. I do think the 20-man is a relative recent thing too, because I believe Tanahashi beat the record for points in a 20-man last year.
Okay.
Yeah, because in 2010 there was only 16. Okay, 2011 was the first year it looks like that there was 20. Actually, MVP was in that.
Yes.
And Lance Archer was also in that one.
Ooh.
So,
you can tell we're very knowledgeable in our G1 history information.
Well, Lance Archer he was in it the next year. See, he's experienced it.
So you're saying he has a shot at winning it all?
Oh my God, he's going to win it. Now, I'm going to go Tanahashi just because I feel like from looking at it, they haven't had a back-to-back winner. They haven't had a back-to-back with the 20-man. And why the hell not? You know? So good Tanahashi.
I don't know who I think's going to, like... I think the A block winner... I hate, like, I'm playing with my heart, but, like, logically I want to say Okada. Right. I want to say I think Okada's going to win it.
Even as the champion?
Even as the champion.
Well, I think the rule is if the champion wins, he gets to pick whoever he wants to fight or something like that.
I think so, yeah.
If I read it correctly.
So,
all right, don't get distracted, Walt.
No, my dog was limping, so I just wanted to make sure she was all right. Go ahead and talk for a second. Talk about why you think Tanahashi's going to win, even though you just explained it.
Well, I think it would be nice to see a back-to-back winner. I think they haven't had it. It's my WWE logic. Unfortunately, it hasn't happened in a while, so why the hell not? But Tanahashi currently is not a champion. And I would love to see a draw between him and Okada in the first round here. So they have back-to-back year draws, and it ends with Tanahashi getting a title shot where the last two, times they've wrestled in the G1 it was draws, and now they got the final, which can't be a draw, right? There is no time limit in the final. So
I believe that is correct, and I agree with everything you were saying about that.
It's a built-in, it builds itself up on its own to be a pretty epic. I know with the final, there's no time limit, but I'm assuming there wouldn't be a time limit in the championship match either.
No, the championship match I think has a 60-minute time limit.
Okay, well there you go, 60-minute though. So
yeah,
they've been time limited. I forgot that wouldn't technically be the final. It would be the shot after the final. So, yeah. But yeah, that builds itself up to saying like, and I don't know if they've wrestled in between last year's G1 and this year's G1.
Yeah, usually they put never mind. I was thinking of something else.
But I don't know when they've wrestled last, if the last time they've wrestled was last year's G1. but it builds itself up as far as like no winner coming out of the G1 the both times they've wrestled, and then like having him win by like a point to come out of that block.
Yeah.
Which I believe happened last year. Yeah, he beat him by 2 points last year. So I don't know. They put some intrigue. Since I'm actually paying attention to it, that's what I'd like to see. Whether that comes out, I don't know.
So I was saying Okada, and like that's where like as a wrestling, if I was betting on it, that's what I want to go. But I'm saying Ospreay, the winner of the best of the Super Juniors, gonna win the A block.
Okay.
I think that's very intriguing. I don't know if it's ever happened before.
Right.
Ospreay is on fire right now, and not just because of his Twitter war with Seth Rollins.
At which Rollins apologized.
He did apologize.
And Ospreay forgave him.
Oh, did he? I didn't see that response.
Yeah.
But so I got Ospreay winning. I'm gonna say it. I'm picking Ospreay to win the A block.
Okay.
I think I might be giving my hand a little bit, but I'm saying Ospreay. So let's move over to B block.
All right.
Or do you have any final comments for the A block?
No, I think we pretty much touched it. I mean,
do we think that A block is A-okay? It's better when I eat because then I can't talk.
Yeah, they can't hear me shaking my head, but I was just shaking my head.
So let's go to the B block. So your competitors in the B block. You have Jeff Cobb, Hiroki Goto, Ishii. I can't pronounce his first name.
Tomohiro
Ishii.
I have no clue if that's right.
That sounds about right. John Moxley, Tenshu Naito, Juice Robinson.
Wait.
Yeah, I mispronounced it.
You attempted his first name, but you couldn't.
Because I thought I've heard it so many times that I could say it, and
I'm just going to start calling him Tenshu Naito because that's what came out of your
Tachi, I think his name is.
Tai Chi.
Tai Chi, is that right?
I'm pretty sure that's like the karate or something.
Okay. Singo Tagi. I can't see. This is.
I love that you're reading down the names because I'm not going to talk about any of these guys.
Yeah. Jay White, and then Toriyano. So, I'll let you go first again, since I want to snack on a wing real fast.
All right.
Who's your favorite wrestler in the B block? Not your favorite to win, but your favorite wrestler.
Jay White. I've ever since we started watching back at the Okada, and we were kind of watching the Okada Omega matches and stuff, and I was kind of watching his pay-per-views. He's stood out to me for a while. I think I kind of let that feeling be known when he was the champion. But yeah, I think he's one of those guys that he's going to be a huge star when he comes over here. He just is. He's a guy that I've been waiting for to come over.
I love the Switchblade character. Love it.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't know how long he's over there, but if there's anybody I want to see to come over to AEW, he was it. But yeah, I absolutely love his character, and he's out of this whole tournament. If I had to pick a favorite, it's Jay White. Okay, well, I was leading into you talking, Walt, but instead you ran to the door. So, but yeah, Jay White, obviously John Moxley and Juice Robinson stand out too. But yeah, Jay White in this whole tournament is my favorite.
I thought I muted my mic during that, so you might hear some dog noise and stuff like that. But
I don't know if you did. Like, you have two separate mics, right?
Yes, I have one mic that you get to hear.
I can hear your feet stomping, but that might have just been me hearing it. So
okay, I doubt that because the mic that's actually recording is the better mic. But to be honest, you're the best mic.
Yes, I am. Thank you.
Oh man,
you can say that now because Peachy's not here.
Nah, man. So, my favorite wrestler of the B block. So I've seen Jay White lose the title at Madison Square Garden. No big deal. Ishii is I really like him. Jeff Cobb's like a somewhat good up and comer that I've been following. Like he just lost his first match in Ring of Honor like last weekend, I think.
No,
I think at Best in the World against Matt Taven. First match in Ring of Honor. I don't know what his other streak is going.
Right.
John Moxley is Moxley. I don't want to pick him. Probably I don't want to just pick Naito.
Well, you're picking who your favorite is, not who your favorite to win it is.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm trying. That's what I'm trying to like think about. Like I like maybe Naito the best. Like I've seen more of Moxley stuff, but I like Naito. I like his finisher a lot, so I'll go with Naito. Just my favorite.
Okay.
Or Juice Robinson. Like I think similar reasons why you said you like Juice Robinson.
I didn't really give reasons, but yeah.
And I thought you said it was similar to why you like Jay White. You liked his character. No.
Well, I was just saying, other than Jay White, it would be Moxley and Robinson. But
okay.
Jay White's by far. Yeah, that's what happens when you run away and you don't hear everything I'm saying.
Yeah, well, I'm not a good listener. So what are some of your favorite matches that you're looking forward to with the B block?
Well, I actually thought this was the first card, but it's not. August 4th, John Moxley, Jay White. I mean,
Someone's going to get cut. Someone's literally going to get cut.
How could you not be excited for that one? That, and I guess me personally, but I would assume just about any fan would have to be excited for that match. I don't know that I have heard many people that hate Moxley or Jay White, so I think that one stands out more than anything. They're actually ending this with Juice Robinson against Moxley. I mean, the very last show is going to have Juice Robinson and Moxley, which
rematch for the U.S. title.
Yeah, so I mean that one stands out to me too. Moxley in itself, wrestling these guys stand out because it may not happen again.
Yeah.
So that any of his matches, Naito and Moxley, that stands out. But I'll go off of. Let me see the first card they have here. I'm going off of our predictions.
I think it's a rematch. I think they've wrestled before, but Naito Jay White, I'm excited for. Okay. I think that should be a good match. I don't know Shingo Tagi, but I don't know who this guy is. Honestly, I'm like there's one guy and I forget what his name is.
Ishii and Jeff Cobb look like it could be a powerhouse, and that's
going to just be a hard just going to be a big boy match.
And that's July 13th. That's the first B block. That match out of any of the matches on the first B block stand out to me. Ishii Cobb, that's going to be huge. I'm sure they'll, and I'm not looking at the matchup list as far as what's coming first, what's coming last. I'm sure it's going to main event with Moxley and Tai Chi. But Ishii and Cobb stands out on that first one right there.
Probably Moxley will. Actually, maybe not. Now I could see Ishii, Cobb headlining, because Cobb I think has a history.
Oh wait, you know what? I'm sorry. Possibly, I for some reason, and we just talked about this earlier. For some reason, I was thinking this was in Dallas. So I was like, they're definitely going to main event with Moxley. But it's in Tokyo. I could see Cobb Ishii. But yeah, that match is going to be my favorite one. That's the one I'm looking forward to on that card. Yeah. Yeah, I know him off name. I know there's been talk about him, but I haven't seen him enough.
He's a former. I think he's a former Ring of Honor television champion.
Okay.
Like I said, I think he lost his first match on Ring of Honor TV this weekend. I think it was Best in the Worlds against Matt Taven.
Okay.
Moxley, Naito. I'm kind of excited for. The rematch between Moxley and Juice should be fun. Online, I've been seeing people very excited for Moxley and Toru Yano, which I think is kind of just like a joke, but
Right.
I'm not in on the joke, so I don't get it. But like, I hope maybe watching it, I will understand it.
And I'm excited because I don't this block more than the A block. I don't know the majority of these guys.
Oh yeah,
you know, or I haven't seen them enough. I'm thinking, is Tai Chi? He's not the one that comes out with the girl, is he?
No, I don't think. Okay. You're talking about No. He's
okay,
not.
See, and I'm just looking off the pictures, honestly, right now. But yeah,
he does. This is the guy that I think like people are like really excited for.
He's like really like flamboyant and comes out and he has the girl out there with him. And
when you said girl, I thought you meant the one guy from Bullet Club, like Pietra, I think her name is, or something like that.
I have no idea. I don't know any of the names. I just know the one comes out.
Yeah, that's Tai Tachi. I think that's who people are generally excited about, that they're in this one, but I don't know enough about him.
I've actually seen him wrestle, and I'm now looking, and yeah, it is the one I thought it was.
Okay.
I've been pretty entertained by his matches. He's I forget who I seen him wrestle the one time. It might have been Michael Elgin, or he might have been like in a 4-way match or something like that. But he's pretty entertaining. I will say that. I'm excited for his, now that I know who it is. I'm excited for some of his matches. Him, Juice Robinson would probably be a nice combo because they both.
That's going to be a good character match.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I'm excited to see, like I said, to see a lot of these guys that I've only really heard their names, and that's the biggest thing of this whole tournament. On us watching these matches, I'm excited to get to know some of these other guys, because when you watch these pay-per-views, they fit everybody in. So it's tag team matches and 3-way matches and 4-way matches. So to have 5 singles matches on a card, and with 3 of them being matches of guys that I don't really know, I'm excited, because usually the singles matches I'm watching is Okada, Tanahashi. It's guys I've seen.
Yeah.
So to be able to see some of these guys in singles matches, I'm excited for.
Plus, the kind of nice thing too is they're all 30-minute time limits, so they're going to get into the matches right away.
Yeah, and you run down the times. I told you I counted the times. A majority of them's in that 12 to 18-minute range. Majority of them. You get a couple squash matches, where they're done in 6, 7, 8 minutes.
Yeah.
Then you have your others that are up in the 20s, but for the most part, you're maxing out at 20 minutes for most of these matches, which is good because you kind of get through them. And for us who were going to be watching these matches, maxing out at 20 minutes for these matches, with a couple of them being 10 to 15 minutes, is nice.
Yes. So, who you got winning? Who you got winning the B block?
B block winner. I got I'm trying not to go. I'll go Jeff Cobb.
Really?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Jeff Cobb. I want to see Jay White. I probably will switch that if I fill out a predictions thing to Jay White. But right now, I'm going with my gut, and my gut says Jeff Cobb.
Interesting. I'm going Jay White because but it's lining up with who I want to have win the G1.
Right.
So I think Jay White. I think they're probably going to give him like a relatively big push with it. I think it's going to come down to very close between him and Naito. Ultimately, like that last day of the tournament's going to matter from a point standpoint.
Right. Yeah, do you know how they do tiebreakers? I see last year 4 guys had 12 in the B block.
I forget.
I know the one year they said it was like a coin flip because the 2 guys tied, but there was 3 guys at the top, so I'm not sure. Maybe, I don't know if it has to do like record against each other, maybe.
It's possible.
Yeah, I'm not really seeing anything on here. I'll try to look now while we're talking, but if we don't figure this out, if somebody out there is listening and knows,
I think Moxley's going to come in towards the bottom.
I think he's going to be middle of the pack.
I think he'll be maybe that lower end middle of the pack, but I think he's going to be more of the bottom.
I mean, I even want to change my thing right now, but I'm going to stick with Cobb.
All right.
But you're going to have Goto, Takagi, whatever. Yano is all going to be at the bottom. Tai Chi's going to be right there at the bottom. And I'm guessing Ishii will. That's why I think Moxley's going to be like in the top 4. I think he'll fall in line with like Tai Chi and Ishii, if I had to guess. Yeah, they'll kind of all be a point away from each other, point or two away
Ishii
from
was
each
the
other.
one that I was thinking might have won, but I'm going Jay White.
Well, I don't have Ishii down there because I have Cobb winning, and I don't see both of them
being
up at
towards
the top. Yeah.
Alrighty. So your final is Jeff Cobb versus Tanahashi.
Yes.
Match of the year. Who you got winning that? Tanahashi, I'm assuming?
Tanahashi. Yeah, that was the whole point, was to have Tanahashi win back-to-back years. But I see it being a very, very good match. Cobb coming up just short, Tanahashi winning. And then, like I said, it feeds into the Okada-Tanahashi. But they'll have drawn in this tournament again. And that's what builds that up even more. Is he's going to lose because of the draw. Where like he could have won it had they not drawn.
Okay.
So yeah, that's why I'm gonna put my eggs in that basket with the storyline of Okada Tanahashi at the end of this.
I got Ospreay winning it. I think like Ospreay's been on fire. I think he's essentially replacing Kenny Omega.
Okay.
And I think I don't know if he's going to win against Okada come the Wrestle Kingdom, but an Okada Ospreay main event, I think that's
Are you picturing maybe a drawn out storyline of Omega Okada, the coming up short kind of thing?
I don't think it's going to be like that long, like or that big of a thing. I just think it's going to be, yeah. I think, and plus, like I said, I don't know if they've ever had a Best of the Super Juniors winner win the G1.
Right. So me and you were both looking in the same vein a little bit, where I'm saying they haven't had a back-to-back winner in this 20-man, and you said you don't think you've had it.
I said this as soon as I saw the G1 card announced. I was like, Ospreay, like I think this is going to be his year to do it.
Yeah.
Just because, like I said, he's essentially replacing Okada, or not Okada, Omega, and then Ospreay versus Jay White. I think it's a good matchup. I think it's.
I
think Ospreay's chaos, so he can get some revenge on Jay White for abandoning chaos like last year or something like that. I don't know if they've had matches, but but yeah, I think that's a really good match, and that has a chance to be kind of match of the tournament.
Right.
So that's why I think that's going to be your main event match. And then Ospreay ultimately goes on. And I don't know if he wins against Okada, but I think they put on a hell of a match at Wrestle Kingdom.
Right. Nah, that sounds good to me.
Yeah. That'd be fun.
Yeah,
you know what? If I got that right, I'd probably win that John Cena autograph ring cloth. Also, by the way,
they're never going to join anything again if you win. Well,
if I win it, I also want you to ship it to me. I don't want you to deliver it to me. I want it shipped.
You'll have to pay shipping and handling.
That's bullshit. I'm taking you to the Better Business Bureau. This is bullshit. So, alrighty, this was our, I guess, a terrible prediction show of the G1.
No, I don't think it was too bad. To be honest with you, I mean, we didn't prepare for it because we just found out about 10 minutes ago that we were recording tonight. But no, I mean, our knowledge is not up there, but that's the whole point of doing this.
Yeah, exactly.
We wanted to get a little bit away from all the WWE stuff, as you could see by our episode last week. We wanted to get away from WWE.
Yes.
But no, it was I've had people saying, like, I'm surprised you haven't recorded because of AEW and all this other stuff, and tried telling them we got busy, unfortunately.
Yeah, timing just sucks right now.
Yeah.
So literally, that's why we're recording at fucking 4 o'clock.
I don't know that we've recorded it this time. For any episode outside of our WrestleMania where it was like a 12-hour day,
Yeah.
I don't know that we've recorded at this time ever.
No. It's
But
usually
that's what we got to do. Our schedule is matching up. So
yeah, whenever we got it like an hour.
Yeah. See, so there you go, Joey Rod out there while you're listening to this.
Man,
See, we're doing this for the listeners out there.
This is like episodes just full of shout-outs.
That's what we got to fill time in. We don't know who half the wrestlers in this G1 is.
Yeah.
I'm excited because
we basically know everyone that listens to the show, so.
Yeah. But we'll be doing a post show. I don't know if we'll do one before the finals or if we'll do one at the end. Or, hell, we might even do a recap because this goes on for like 2 months.
Yeah, it's June. It's July 6th until August 12th.
Yeah. So okay. So a little over a month. So
and if you are interested, and this is not sponsored, but New Japan World, it's like less than $10 a month.
Yeah.
Or you can be like Rest Pass and just use my account.
Yeah. You just offer people your account, so give them your username and password.
Yes.
But yeah, I will give Walton $5 for his month. But no, I won't. I didn't say that.
You son of a bitch.
But no, yeah, it would be worth it if there's ever a time that you wanted to get into New Japan. This is probably it. You know, I don't know, Walt. You're the one that subscribes. Is it only monthly? You don't have to commit anything other than a month.
Yeah, it's monthly. The one thing that's annoying with it is I haven't signed up for it yet. Is that it charges you on the first of the month, regardless of when you sign up. So if you were to sign up on July 26th,
right,
at $10, you're getting charged August 1st $10.
Oh.
So
okay.
That's where it's a little...
Well, it's because you can watch all the past stuff, though, too, probably. Yeah. That probably has a little bit to do with it. But you know what? I may actually...
It's still not bad.
I may get my own account.
Look at
I'm saying it right now. I may get my own account just for 2 months to be able to watch this stuff.
Oh, that's all I'm doing it for.
But everything... Hey, you don't have an active one anymore, do you?
No.
Okay. So, well, there you go. You can just get it for these 2 months. Try to get it here as early as possible because, like Walt said, you don't get a full month. You only get the actual month.
Yeah, to get your best value, you're about 3 or 4 days late.
Yeah. Well, as long as you get it by the 6th, if this is what you're watching it for. I'm assuming everyone is going to be on it, right? Every single one of these is going to be on it?
Yes, but not live for the first one. So that's on Access. And there's going to be a delay in it coming to New Japan World to watch because Access has the rights. I think it might be, I heard 2 days or something like that.
Okay. Well, I don't know for sure. Fine.
But the first one is...
I'm not expecting to watch them live.
I'm not.
But, yeah, as long as I get access to it eventually.
I may watch the final live just because.
Yeah. But, yeah, so there it is. Walton, throw it out there. But yeah, I might actually pay for my own account. I know this is groundbreaking news right here, but I might actually pay for my own account just for 2 months to kind of get it. I don't have to ask you for yours and worry about anything.
Maybe I should let you pay for the account and then I use your account.
I'm sorry.
I like that.
Only one person on at a time. How about I send you $10 and you pay for the first month? I pay for the second month.
Maybe we'll work something out like that.
There you go. This is all very legal. Don't judge us.
So, alrighty. So, anything else? Anything else you want to comment on? Anything you want to just quickly touch on in the wrestling world at the end of this?
No. I mean, I could reference back to our last episode a little bit, but I didn't really watch Raw and SmackDown this week. I'm not expecting there to be huge changes. I know some people said they looked like there was a little bit of touch of Heyman on Monday, and there was rumors that Heyman was actually sitting with Vince in the gorilla position.
Yeah.
And they apparently didn't have many issues, and that's great, but it's still going to take some time. And Fyter Fest I just watched. I think I've watched since last episode. Okay. It's worth watching. I believe. I mean, it's free. You just sign up for Bleacher Report Live, and the replay's on there, so you don't have to pay for it. I thought it was worth watching. You know, it's the typical stuff from the first, from Double or Nothing. You know, the pre-show's a little bit more jokey, and then the show itself is a little bit better. MJF is a beast.
Oh my god,
he just is. Ever since what was the first one? Not Double or Nothing. All In. That was the first time I seen him, and my god, is he a star? Like he's a stud.
His personality is incredible. Like he's brilliant. Like he's absolutely
so good.
Brilliant.
He is going to be a difference maker for them as long as they don't lose him.
I don't think they will.
I don't think so, but he's so young. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I think he's going to develop into a difference maker for them. He's so good on the mic. Oh man, is he so good on the mic? He's so quick. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of bright spots about AEW for those of you that have not watched it yet. I don't want to be that typical WWE sucks and AEW's better, because AEW has its flaws. But I will tell you, JR sounded a hell of a lot better.
I've heard that about this one. I heard that
than
he
did at Double or Nothing.
He
Seemed in the groove, and he kind of let who's the guy, the other announcer, the guy in the mask. Oh god, why can't I think of his name?
It's not Golden Boy, is it?
No, the other one.
I forget what his name is. I know who you're talking about.
Look it up. Look it up.
I'm trying.
But he, JR kind of lets him talk about the wrestlers, and then JR puts in his little, comments about the rules of the match and stuff like that. So it was nice. There was good flow. Actually, JR seemed like the most comfortable out of all of them, which was kind of funny.
Excalibur?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Excalibur's been great, and that might have been the weakest performance I've heard from Excalibur. Was at Fyter Fest. There was just a couple pauses, a couple times where, and JR even said at one time, he's like, "There's a lot of craziness happening. There's a lot of people signaling." So I don't know if it was quite their fault. But there was a couple times Excalibur kind of, I don't know if he knew he was supposed to go or JR stopped short or whatever happened. But once they get their chemistry going, they're going to be a great combo. Golden Boy kind of threw stuff in here and there, but Excalibur and JR is going to be, it's going to make or break them, as announcers normally do on a show. And the fact that JR seems interested enough. It's not like his New Japan recordings.
Well, it's because I think he has a vested interest in some of these wrestlers, and he knows them.
Yeah, but like Japan, I said, he didn't need to go into full detail. He did with Cody a little bit. He did with Moxley a little bit. But for the most part, he talked about the Young Bucks some. But for the most part, he let Excalibur do, what's it called? The color commentating, right? Isn't that he let Excalibur stick to the color commentating while he did the play-by-play, and it worked. And I'm excited to hear them again because you could tell that they're getting into a rhythm. So it's nice to hear.
Oh, that's cool. So, alrighty, I don't think nothing really crazy on the WWE front, like we talked about recently.
Yeah. I'm excited to get into this Shawn Michaels. I want to do that episode. We end it.
What was
we end it right before where I talked about how I thought the moniker of Mr. WrestleMania was unwarranted for Shawn Michaels.
Right.
And we were supposed to talk about this. And I've been excited for it, but we've been on this hiatus, and I haven't even had the time to push for it. But I'm hopefully between now and kind of the post episode of G1, the G1 Climax. Hopefully, at some point here we can fit that episode in because I have to look stuff up, and I told you at the time I could be wrong, and I haven't done my research, but I will, and we're going to talk about this because I still am kind of on that side where I think it was unwarranted.
What, the Mr. WrestleMania moniker?
Yes.
I mean, he's lost more WrestleMania matches than he won.
I don't think you need to. I think if I remember correctly, and I wanted to go back and listen to the episode to hear exactly what I said because I could be completely off. But if I remember right, I said I don't know that his matches stand out, but I don't know that it's always because of him. I think it was we talked about John Cena, how he kind of has great matches with great wrestlers, and it's not so easy. I think that I forget how we led into it, but it was something about like Cena's always had good matches with good wrestlers. you know, and they kind of lose that with him not being there. It's not like he drags them down the way they make them sound. We might have been talking about Reigns, I don't remember.
Yeah, I forget.
But then I kind of said I didn't think that Shawn Michaels was always the reason that his matches were where they were. So
fair enough.
We'll discuss.
We will discuss at some point. So
yeah,
I got nothing else. I'm all done my food, so hopefully I'll apologize for now if you hear eating and chewing throughout that episode.
Yeah. Now that we're done recording, he's gonna not eat.
Yes, that's the priority. Listen, I was hungry. I didn't eat at work. I got
home.
What?
Don't say anything. They've been listening to Peachy chew into a microphone and say nonsense. So me saying nonsense and you eating, it's just like Peachy's still here. So
yeah, so it's you never forget your roots.
Yeah,
that's kind of what we're getting at. So, right. Well, we hope everyone enjoyed this special G1 predictions episode. Because of the infrequency that we record, I think I'll name all of our episodes a very special episode. Did you used to watch Clone High?
No.
Oh man, every one of their episodes was a very special episode.
Okay.
It was
Don't
funny.
even know what the fuck it is.
Oh dude, it was a great show. It was a cartoon on MTV. So funny.
Okay. I'll have to not look it up.
Oh, it's worth it. It's definitely worth it. So, all right, I got nothing else. That we touched on Clone High, so I can't be too upset about this episode.
Yeah, we come full circle in this episode.
Yes. So, I have whiskey. All right. With that being said, I'm gonna go drink this whiskey. I think. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you for listening. Good luck in your guesses for the tournament.
Yeah. Get your submissions in.
Get your submissions in. We'll catch you next time, and we'll try to keep you updated with the scores of who's doing what. All right, later, guys. Peace.